Take me through what you saw tonight from a younger group, but seemed like a pretty plucky effort from your side.
Yeah, it was. We built a lead, which was nice, and we saw their lineup. They had a lot of their main guys in, so to get the lead was nice, and kind of you could tell fatigue started to set in a little bit, especially the back half of that second period. They started to press a little bit, and we were giving a little bit too much room. But proud of the guys. It's been a hard camp. We played in Seattle, and some of these guys were playing back to back, which is really tough. A guy like Matty Coronado had another heck of a game for us, and had played there last night. Probably going off about 4 or 5 hours sleep. So it was. You could see the energy starting to go, but they stuck with it.
There's been a lot of talk kind of in the media this week about the line with Huberdeau, Mantha, and Pospisil, some early chemistry for them. What did you see from the bench?
Yeah, you saw some of that, especially early in the game. I think, like a lot of our team, they started to fade a little bit just with fatigue from camp. But, there were some great plays there. They get the power play goal there, and Hubie makes a nice play up top. You see that 2-on-1, they make a great play there. So hopefully that just continues. They build off that.
What can it mean for a younger group to enjoy some early success in the preseason?
Well, winning never gets old. I mean, that's why you play the games, right? So it's early. I mean, we all get that, but the whole point to come is try to win the game. And again, there's a lot of young guys there, RD. I mean, they got to see probably one of the fastest human on skates come at them, and you could tell it was a lot, but that's an experience for them, and we came out on the right side of it, so it's great.
Jonathan Huberdeau, just talking to him, it seems like he's a little looser, he's a little more confident. How have you seen him so far in camp? So this performance or health, how has he been so far in camp? And what are expectations, I guess, of him?
Well, I mean, you know what he means to this team. I mean, he's a huge part of it. The one thing that I could say is he came prepared. The results of the testing, you watched him in his for me being the new guy here and watching more our leadership, and obviously he's a big part of that. In those first 3 days, I watched him. He really took charge, and he was putting the work, and they were hard practices. But that was a real good sign, and he carried it in today, and was a big part of this win.
Do you think being that leader, I guess, really helps? When it comes to trying to lead by example, as opposed to maybe just putting so much pressure on yourself?
I don't know many good leaders that don't lead by example. I really don't. I've never seen it. If you're going to talk a lot but really don't do anything, it doesn't really mean much, right? So. Again, I'm new here. I've seen what I've seen from him, and from what I've seen in these 5 days of just his preparation, his first 3 days in camp, and then the exhibition game, there's a lot to be excited about.
A lot of young guys there, a lot of guys that may have been overlooked or underestimated, I guess. But it looks like this is probably the game plan. Come in here, outwork everyone, kind of surprise people. Is that kind of what the MO is going into this?
Well, I don't think there's a team out of the 32 saying we don't need to work hard, right? I mean that. If we're coaching work, we're well behind. So there's a certain way we're going to need to play. And I think they bought into that, some certain things that we're kind of keying in on. And the young guys, they started in Seattle for me and how they played. Excellent effort there, coming to a real tough building with a full lineup. And again, we got some good goaltending tonight from Cooley, which I was happy for him. But you're going to need that, and we withstood it.
And does he kind of, like, Cooley obviously had a good game. He wants to kind of solidify a spot, like he's yearning for a spot. When you have guys that are really you're battling, you don't have a lot of spots. Like there's a lot of battle for spots. What are your thoughts on him and just trying to impress everyone?
Yeah, well, you got Barbs. You got a whole goaltending department. As a coach, you just want him to stop the puck, and he did that very well tonight against some really dangerous shooters. Guys are going to push. There's opportunity in that position for sure. We've seen it. With Markstrom departing, someone's got to take the reins. So he certainly showed well tonight.